Hey, good morning. It's the beginning of day 45. It's about 7:15. I'm filtering some water here at a rare water source. I'll be hiking on the California Aquaduct today through the Mojave. And yeah, I've got to pay special attention to water sources. But yeah, yesterday started brutally windy and brutally cold, then got pleasant. Then last night, the AccuWeather forecast, we were camping down in this ravine. I ran into a bunch of guys, which was great having some company. And it was blowing 55 miles an hour, gusting to 70. What a nightmare setting the tent up. Everything was blowing apart. But all good, and it all ended. Now it's pretty calm outside. Talk to you soon. It's amazing that I'm walking on top of the California Aqueduct, where a great deal of the water necessary for Los Angeles is piped through. And yeah, I'll be exposed for all of the day, for the next couple of days out here in the desert. But if it's like this, I should be able to cover a fair amount of miles. Yesterday I did 24, which was pretty good since there were a fair amount of climbs, some descents, and some crazy weather. Let's see what today holds. Great air quality that way. And then as you go towards the east, it's very hazy. It's been that way since I was able to observe this several days ago. I don't know if that's smog or something else, and maybe held in place by the mountains. But this way is a little bit nicer. Interesting campground out of the middle of nowhere. It looks like maybe it's year-round. I can see people have built some porches and some structures near their RV. Wouldn't be my cup of tea, but it is interesting. Got one hiker left, the other 4 way ahead, and I struggle to keep up with this guy. He's faster than me, but is pushing me, which is good, I guess. About 5.5 miles to my next water source. I have been lumbering along on top of or beside the California Aqueduct for the last 11 miles, and ahead of me, I believe that's the pipe in the center, and the water canal, if you will, comes above ground, and it's just a large metal pipe, and if it's what I'm thinking of, but yet it looks like it's in some sort of neighborhood in the middle of nowhere. I don't get it. We'll figure it out when we get there. But I've done about 11 miles so far today, and got to do about another equivalent to get through the day. Well, the aqueduct has emerged from being completely underground to being partly underground, and I suspect this is what I'm seeing further down here. People in the springtime, PCT hikers come through here. It's often so hot during the day that they walk this at night and hike all night. The next morning, hike as long as they can, throw up their tent or find some place with shade and take a nap, and then start moving again late in the afternoon. Well, this is a better view of it. I'd say it's about a 8 to 10 foot diameter. And then it goes back into the ground, at least partially. Now we gotta find, there's supposed to be water around here. I do not see any. Bummer. Well, I went from the water being transported in a cement coffer, if you will, enclosed, to metal pipes, and now it's open. It's crazy. I'm thirsty, and there's all this water down below. And of course, having done the AT, there was this notion of aqua blazing, where people would, in some places, like rent a kayak and go 20 miles downstream to skip part of the trail. It kind of gave me some thoughts here. I could just float 20 miles a day. That wouldn't be bad. Wow. It's 2:30. I've gone like 17 and a half miles. There's a couple of water spots and 10 spots ahead. One around like 6 miles and another at about 10. The 6 looks like it might be in my sweet spot. And I will stay on the trail based upon what this says. Press on. It's a very bright sunny day. Mercifully, the temps are pretty good. It's I guess maybe low 60s and breezy. So it's fairly pleasant. My feet are quite sore, one of them in particular, from walking on the dirt road for 17 miles pretty much. I don't know what happened, whether I got sand in my shoe, but I got a limp. Hopefully a night's rest will take care of that, and I'll be back in business tomorrow. So yesterday afternoon, came down from those mountains and hiked into the evening into where the wind turbines are, pretty much straight away. And then we stopped. It was about 20 miles back, a bit more, and for a crazy windy night. And then today, this morning, I hiked 17 miles to Hikertown, which is down the hill over here. And my plan is to hike maybe another 6 miles from Hikertown to where there's a water source and some tent sites. I feel, there's a part of me feels like I could go further, but I've got a hot spot on my foot, and I think if I get some extra rest, I'll do well. That's the late afternoon update. Hey guys, it's the end of day 45. I'm down by a stream. You might hear some of the water trickling. I've tented and did 24 miles today. Got through the corner of the Mojave, which was good. Stopped at Hikertown and rested for about a half hour, which was great. And hiked another 7 miles to get to about 24 for the day. I don't know if you can really see me. I look like a red ghost, but in any case, it's like 7:30 at night. And just finishing setting up tent and getting my food ready. And then once I do that, I'll go through my laborious cleaning process and then try and get to sleep for however many hours as I can, and then repeat and rinse tomorrow. Rinse and repeat tomorrow. So, but it was a good day. I do have some pain in my right foot. I've got a hot spot there. I'm going to have to investigate that. I think that was from the road walk. There was such a long road walk along the aqueduct. But yeah, I'll put some Leuco tape on it if necessary. And press on. Talk to you soon.